All right, welcome in to Skag Field on the campus of University of Chicago for this matchup between the University of Chicago Maroons and Lake Forest College Foresters in the round one of the NCAA Division III Championship. The winner of the winner of this matchup is going to go on to face the winner of tonight's matchup between Dominican and Capital. That's going to take place tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Just earlier today, the women's team advanced to the round of 16 in the NCAA Division III Championship after beating Hope College 4-0. And that was a close game. It was 1-0 going into the second half. And about midway through the second half, the Maroons busted it open with 3 more goals and defeated Hope College 4-0. So they will advance. So now the Maroons are getting ready to take the field. And as you see, Lake Forest is finishing up their huddle, and we will get underway with this matchup. It's a balmy field today. It's a little around 40 degrees, and it was actually snowing here yesterday, so the field conditions may not be ideal today. Earlier in the women's game on the grass field, a lot of the women were slipping and sliding, so hopefully that's not the case in tonight's matchup. All right, and we're about to get started. And John Capichetti passes it back. And he chips it ahead, and it's headed. Oh, and a quick goal by Gaston Aubert. And that just gives the Lake Forest Foresters that early 1-0 lead without even giving anyone any time to really sit down. I think the fans are still filtering in here. So with that, the Foresters have the 1-0 lead 12 seconds into the game. That's going to be hard to recoup from for the University of Chicago Maroons. As you see, they're regrouping up over with their goalie. All right, now Dio Deaston passes it back. And the Maroons get it into the Foresters zone, and it just rolls past the end line. Oh, Deaston's going to do... Oh, nope. There's going to be a corner kick. He centers it. Oh, and Lopez with the header. All right, and tossing it in. Oh, Lopez with the shot that goes past the goal. And we have a player down on the field. Hopefully he's all right. And the refs are stopping the clock, and they're going to go out and check on him. I can't see from here. Oh, yeah, and they're bringing out the trainer. The trainer's looking him over. And I still can't tell what number that is. 18? So it looks like Jacob Opiola is down. And let's hope that he's okay. The trainer's looking him over. It looks like it might be his left leg that he's looking at. Oh, and he's up. All right, and it looks like he's up and ready to go. So it looks like we're going to get the clock started back up pretty soon here. And we're going to have a corner kick. All right, and he just had to come out, so he's standing in the substitution area. And the corner kick's crossed, headed, and cleared out of trouble. A nice interception by Capitoso. Holquist up the side. And he passes it over. The Maroons keeping it on the far side. Nate Johnson kicks it up to Isaiah Holquist. And it looks like the Foresters are going to have the toss in. The Foresters with the toss in, headed by Abedian. And now the Maroons with the toss in. Into Max Lopez. Lopez with the ball in the box, and nice stop by the Foresters. Holquist with the ball again. Oh, and a hard slide. Oh, and they're issuing a yellow card. That's to number 11, Gaston Aubert, who also scored the first goal, so he's got to be careful if he wants to keep making an impact for his team here. And that could be devastating if they do end up losing him. So Nico Capitoso with the toss in, or the kick, and headed out of trouble. And it rolls out of bounds. It's going to be the Foresters' ball. The Foresters with the toss in. All right, and the Maroons with it on the far side. Capitoso up ahead. And the Maroons with the toss in to Max Lopez. Lopez was the Maroons' leading goal scorer with 16 this season. Oh, nice chip ahead. And Holquist. Oh, and gets by his man, looking to beat another man. Centers it. And oh, it looked like Odeason was going to have a nice chance right in front of the net, but it got out of his. But he lost the handle on it. And Odeason with the ball now. Going through the middle, he sends it across. And it's headed by the Foresters, and they are looking to clear it, but Holquist gets it back, and he'll just toss it back out of danger. Capitoso across to Holquist, who sends it up, trying to get it to Odeason. And the Foresters look to clear it. Oh. And it looked like Ramiro might have tripped up the Foresters defender. So now Taro Elias is getting his team in position as he's about to kick it away. Nice kick, headed by the Foresters. And now, and he sends it right through the uprights, the wrong football. And Katzenpolis sends it away. And it's going to be the Maroons toss in. Johnson. Holquist. Oh, nice move.
Yeah, both of them are inside.
And Odea's son.
Is it? Oh, yeah, I see.
Holquist trying to keep it in. And he does not. Holquist for the toss in. Odea's son. Oh, and bumped down from behind by Odisho. Now Capitasto is ready for the kick in. Oh, and a great stop there by Taro Elias. And the Deason just missed wide right. Taro Elias getting ready to kick the ball away. He's going to move it up just a little bit. And Elias sends it away. And Romero has it going down the near side over to Max Lopez. And Lucas Geib went to hit it ahead, but Maroons ball. Odeoson trying to get the ball away from his. Ooh, and a hard shoulder to Capitasto. And Matt Coe is going to take the free kick. And nice stop by Taro Elias. Both teams heading to midfield. And Elias with a high kick. No team can come down with it. Eventually it's regained by the Foresters. Oh. And a hard hit from behind from Nate Johnson. It's going to be Forrester's ball. Opiola. To take the kick. He centers it. Headed away by the Maroons. Odea's son going up the far side. And out of bounds. Maroons ball. And the toss in. Headed by the Foresters. And across to Holquist. Holquist getting fronted. Sends it over. Ooh, and a shot that just goes right over the net by Andre Abedian. And again, Elias getting set to send it away. Both teams at midfield. A lot of hang time on that kick. Matt Coe trying to make something happen. Sends it ahead. And oh, very, very close opportunity for the Maroons there as it just gets away from their man. A high booming kick by Elias. And taken by Capitosto. Nate Johnson. Now Holquist on the near side. And Romero's trying to make something happen. Abedian with a great pass. Oh, and it just gets away from Romero. And Forrester send it out of bounds. So they're going to have a toss in. Isaiah Holquist to toss it in. To Ideason. And Holquist sends it across. And it's headed by Serrano. And it looks like a corner kick. Maroons getting set to kick it. Crossed over. And a nice tip right off the fingertips of Taro Elias. Maroons set for another corner kick. And crossed and just over the crossbars off of a header. Just under 32 minutes left in the first half. Forrester's up 1-0 on the early goal. Elias looking to get it started back up again. And Max Lopez sends it over to Romero. Romero ahead. Oh. A great stop by Elias. He's seeing a lot of shots, but he's definitely making the saves. Adeosun trying to settle down the ball. He loses it though. In a scrum of Foresters. And Katsampoulos tosses it over. Holquist up the near side. Sends it over to Romero. He's looking for Odeasun. Back to Odeasun. He loses his footing over to Holquist. And the Maroons on the far side now with the... Ooh, very close. Scored it just wide left of the goal. Taro Elias with the ball now. Short kick. And the Foresters get it over into Maroons territory, looking to possess it. And it's just out of bounds. Holquist tossing it in. Headed by Lopez. Capitosto. Up to Coe. Oh, and Romero with a good opportunity. And it gets cleared by the Foresters. Aubert ahead. Reinman. Up ahead, looking for Romero. And Lato sends it ahead, looking to get something going in the other end, but it gets cleared by the Maroons. And Coe, nice move to keep the ball in. Coe sends it ahead. Lato knocks it back over, though. Oh. And he's been shown the yellow. That was Max Lopez. And Capichetti is down. Hopefully he's okay. He's getting back up to his feet with 28:04 left on the clock. And that was actually Nick Capitosto who got the yellow card. He's been very active early on so far. And Capichetti smiling coming off the field, so hopefully he's okay. And the Foresters get it started back up. Oh, and the Maroons get it cleared out of bounds. The Foresters with the toss in. And fresh back into the game, Capichetti is going to take the kick. The Maroons trying to get it forward, but the Foresters are keeping it in. Oh, headed forward by Coe. Coe looking to make something happen. And Coe gets taken down. Capitosto getting ready to kick it off. Sends it ahead. Oh, and just goes wide left off of a header from, it looked like Romero. Odeason with the side kick. Oh, corner kick. Coe with the ball. Sends it ahead to Lopez. Oh, and a great save by Elias. Thought it was going to squeeze right by his right side. Elias regrouping, about to send it away. Long kick across midfield, headed by the Maroons. Clock stop, or play stopped by the referee. Forrester's ball. Chip ahead. Oh, and it looks like it was tapped in. And we couldn't tell who got the goal. It was a big scrum of bodies. But
number 9.
And it was
assisted by 11,
goal by Capichetti, who was just down, and assisted by Gaston Aubert. So that gives the Foresters the 2-0 lead.
We're good. I just got here super early, so. We got plenty.
The officials room 2 is open for you.
So we're actually getting changed down here.
You can change here, or we can go back over there.
Whatever is I think like the first group.
All right, and Holquist.
No, they changed over there.
Oh, and a goal for the Maroons. It looked like Holquist sent it ahead. I didn't see if someone could tap it in, though. So just like that,
makes the score 2-1.
just like that, the lead is cut to just 1 goal for the Foresters. So it's 2-1 with 24-29 left in the first half. And it's looking like they're giving the goal to number 9, Max Lopez. Again, he led the Maroons in goals this year with 16. And that goal was called an own goal. Oh, wow. And it looks like he's getting a penalty. That looked really soft. This ref is definitely just letting them know that no funny business is going to go on today. And he's talking to number 19, Reinman. And it looks like Capichetti is going to be taking the penalty shot. Oh, great save by Katzimpoulos. They really needed that there. They just got the goal to... And if they would have given up another one, that could have been devastating for them. We're about to the halfway mark in the first half. Elias about to send it away after corralling it. The high boot. And the Maroons gain possession. Number 9 with the shot just wide left. Capichetti. And Katzimpoulos sending it ahead to Nate Johnson. Johnson to Holquist. Holquist on the near side. Sends it back to Johnson. Johnson sends it across the field to the far side. The Maroons trying to center it, but gets knocked up into the air and wrangled in by Elias.
Sure feels like more than that.
Having it be 45 minutes to an hour.
Did they do that by as the bird flies? Or?
Elias sending it ahead.
It's supposed to be an hour.
High short kick.
Yeah, they have
Players jockeying for position. And it's going to be awarded to the Foresters. Capichetti.
Every program I looked at, it was barely over 25, but it was 26 or 27. They said, no, it's only 12 miles.
He sends it forward,
Okay, there's something wrong.
headed by the Maroons. And another stoppage.
I could, if you can tell me that sounds, I will buy that.
Maroons with the toss in.
And sell it, because, and they just kept on insisting over and over. They're doing it from like, oh, well, that's what I asked. I said, do you have any left got the wrong address? There's something wrong. There's no way, right?
Capitosto over. Sends it to Abedian. Abedian sends it across field.
O'Hare Hilton, just across the street. O'Hare.
Gets centered, but knocked away by the Foresters defender. And it's going to be Foresters' ball.
So I said, okay, you told me for the technical college.
Elias to send it ahead. And Romero up to Lopez. Lopez over to Holquist. Holquist going towards the center. Sends it over to the near side with Romero. And the Foresters defender knocks it out of bounds. Adeosun tosses it in. Over to Coe. Coe to Romero. And the Bedian coming through. Oh. Holquist with the ball. Sends it ahead. And it's going to roll out of bounds wide right of the goal. Elias. And that's headed by Coe. Adeosun trying to corral it. He can't. And it hits a Forester in the back. And sent out of bounds. Toss in by the Maroons. Nice slide. And Coe looking to shoot it, but it gets deflected out of bounds. And that's going to be a corner kick for Romero. Romero sending it in. Low kick. Knocked out of bounds by a Foresters defender. Tossed in. And the Maroons go to center it. Lopez just off the crossbar. And that'll be a shot on goal. But to no avail. Elias looking to get it back, started back up again. And headed by Adeosun. Sent ahead by Capichetti. And Romero possesses it and sends it ahead to Lopez, who sends it ahead to Odeason. Odeason trying to make something happen in the center, just off of the goaltender's hand and out of bounds by the Foresters. That was a good series by the Maroons. They're going to need more of those if they want to tie it up 2-2 before the half. And Romero trying to keep it in bounds. He can't. So with that, it will be Forester's ball as Elias looks to send it to midfield. Both teams headed to midfield. And the Maroons have it on the far side. Sent ahead, headed by Odeason, and then kicked just wide right by Romero. .16:30 left in the first half. Lake Forest College Foresters currently leading the University of Chicago Maroons 2-1 at Skagg Field on the University of Chicago campus. Maroons on the far side. Sends it ahead. Trying to make something happen. Crossed over the middle and out of bounds. Little confusion as to whose possession it is. Ultimately, it will be Romero for the Maroons with the toss in to Lopez. He heads it and centers it. Oh, just off the football crossbar. Looked like a nifty centering pass, but it also could have looked like a shot. Just going off the uprights. Abedian with the header. Romero on the near side sends it over to Odeason. Coe trying to make something happen and centers it, but just misses Odeason. Lick on the far side, headed by Lopez, and Elias wrangles it in, sending everyone back to midfield. And Elias with the long kick, trying to get something going in the other end. Capitasso working on his man, Trossel. And Katz and Paulus will get it started back up. Ahead to Holmquist, who passes it forward to Romero. Oh, and Romero gets taken down on the near side. He's going to toss it in. Well, he'll give it up to Holmquist, who's going to do the toss in. Ahead to Johnson. Johnson back to Holmquist. Quick passing. And the Maroons move it to the far side. Odeason with the bicycle kick, just wide left. And And some substitutions. Number 21, Millington. Number 12, Schofield. Number 3, Driblos. And Millington ahead. Coe trying to make his way through a crowd of defenders. But ultimately the ball just ends up in Elias's hands. And with 12 minutes left in the first half, Elias sends it ahead to midfield. Booming kick. And Guyby sends it ahead. Katzenpaulus sends it to the side. Holquist bringing it up the field. Holquist over to Schofield. Schofield back to Holquist. Back to Schofield again. And it's going to be Maroon's ball for a free kick. Capitosto with the free kick. Sends it to the front of the net and headed out of bounds. So Coe is going to take the corner kick. Coe sends it ahead. And headed by Millington, but eventually cleared by a Forrester. Oh, Millington with the stop. And the ball ends up out of bounds. Elias getting ready to send it back. And out of bounds, Forrester's ball. Lato going for the toss in to Aubert. And I think that was about 6 kicks without the ball even touching the ground. And Trossel trying to get a shot on goal. The Maroons with the toss in. Couple bodies hitting the ground. It's going to be Lake Forest ball. Capichetti getting set. Sends it ahead. Headed by the Maroons. Coe looking for Lopez. No one can gain possession here at midfield. Capitosto tossed to the ground. as is. Oh, and they're starting up with Holquist. Over to Capitosto. Back to Holquist. And he centers it looking for Odea's son, and it's cleared out by Lato. Ko for the corner kick. And it's headed by a Maroon. And looked like it bounced off of Elias. And it will be Lake Forest ball. Elias moving the ball back a little bit. Before he sends it away to this midfield. And Johnson sends it ahead. Odea's son. Nope. That's Millington. Lick sends it ahead to Capitosto. Over to Holquist. Holquist to Ko. Ko looking to center it, and a great grab by Elias. Taro Elias has had his hands all over the ball today. And he sends it ahead. And it goes out of bounds. Lake Forest ball. Serrano for the toss in. Maroons looking to clear the ball. And Katsampoulos corrals the ball. Reinman sends it ahead. Capitosto bring it up the field. To Holquist. And Aubert is going down the field, going into a group of Maroons, and he eventually gets it stripped away. Up to Ko. Ko trying to make something of his own happen here. And he gets pushed off the ball. Two exciting back-to-back chances, but nothing comes of it. Schofield sending it ahead. Lato kicks the ball out to midfield. And Aubert sending it ahead, but a nice header by Reinman. Ooh, Capitosto getting taken down. Holquist trying to make something happen on the near side. Sends it over to Coe. And Coe centers it in just wide left by Max Lopez. And he hit the ground hard, and he's looking for a call. He's not going to get it, though. And Taro Elias getting ready to send it off. Up to Millington. But that is a foul. Opiola sending it away. Far kick. Kind of outkicked the coverage. And Drablos is bringing it up the field. Sends it ahead, looking for Coe. Coe in the scrum of defenders. Lopez putting the pressure on Elias. The Maroons are trying to possess it on the far side. Send it back over. Almost rolling out of bounds, but saved by Johnson and up to Holquist. And the nice stop by Serrano to steal possession away. But it's taken right back by Coe. Up to Holquist. Holquist looking for Lopez. Lopez tries to center it. Oh. And Driblos just loses it.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
And it's out of bounds, going to be Forrester's ball with 50 seconds left in the first half. Lake Forest College Foresters currently leading University of Chicago Maroons 2-1. And Serrano is going to be the one inbounding the ball. And it gets sent down the near side, rolling out of bounds near the Maroons bench. Serrano with the ball, 10 seconds left. Tosses it ahead to Aubert, but cleared out by the Maroons. And that will do it for the first half of play in the round one matchup of the NCAA Division III championship between University of Chicago Maroons and Lake Forest College Foresters. And the Maroons definitely have the shots advantage with 13 over the Lake Forest 7, but it was that quick goal with 12 seconds in the first half that really set the tone. And despite only having 7 shots on goal, the Foresters lead 2-1. And we will get back to you after half. Again, this is the round one of the NCAA Division III championship between the University of Chicago Maroons and the Lake Forest College Foresters here at Skagg Field on the campus of the University of Chicago. And welcome back in at Stagg Field at the University of Chicago campus, where Lake Forest College Foresters are currently they're currently winning over the University of Chicago Maroons 2-1. And we have some substitutions in here. All right, and we get it started off, and Lick is on the near side, sends it over to Lopez.
Don't worry about it. It's not going to show up on the this. You hit tab again. And then it's probably saying third period now. Don't worry about it. Our board does it have that? It's got those little like football looking things. Yeah. That's what they indicate for apps. So if you have one on the left, first half, one back. Yeah, that's it. You know what? We do have to change that because that is showing up in the live stream. Okay, yeah. So there's no minus one. No, let me take that up here. What you can usually do is edit, tab, and then select tab, and then 2. And yeah, you're good. When in doubt, and then the cat.
All right, sorry about that, folks. Now it's Maroons ball. Over to Capitosto. Sends it far side. Over to Ko. Ko trying to make something happen. And his pass gets deflected right back to him. Ko right around a defender, trying to center it. Oh, and it just gets through the opening. Oh, and a goal. The Maroons tie it 2-2 with 43:20 left in the second half.
I'll have a look on the Yeah, have a look.
And we're trying to figure out exactly who had that last touch on that one. But in the meantime, Maroon.
Pull it up, hang on.
Yeah.
They said they bring him up to the press box, but from Ratner, they didn't watch it. So.
All right, Maroons with the throw in.
Okay, so bring them off. I guess that is luggage too. Yeah.
Yeah, might as well just keep walking.
Here, yeah.
And Lopez sends it ahead. Lopez trying to get the ball back. Capitosto. Lopez trying to center it, gets deflected. Lopez over to Ko.
So tough.
Ko up to Lick. Lick making a guy miss, getting around another before his ultimate.
Is that an 8? Yeah, I think he deflects it. Yeah, 8 deflects. Yeah.
And then the guy, this was the other guy.
Yeah.
And it looks like the goal was by Andre Abedian.
That's why, because we see him keep going so slow and celebrates.
Okay, so 8 scores is 13 assists. So we think he had the original shot.
Yeah.
And the assist to Isaiah Holquist.
That's Holquist to 8.
Yeah.
The Maroons getting ready for the corner kick here. 41:15 left in the second half. Score is currently tied 2-2 between the Lake Forest College Foresters and the University of Chicago Maroons. Corner kick, and close by Odeason. My apologies. Abedian. And Lick on the right side over to Coe. Coe sending it to the center. Capitasto back down to Coe. Coe heading to the middle. Looking for his man. Sends it to the far side of the field. Close. Very close. On the center from Holquist. It was almost headed in right in front of the goalie. Elias getting ready. Elias sends it ahead. And the push off by Abedian. It's going to be Forrester's ball. A lot of fouls in the first half, 9 by the Maroons and 8 by the Foresters, each team with their own yellow card. Opiola sending it ahead. Lopez. Trying to make something happen here. Lopez getting fronted. Tosses over to Lick. And Lick centers it. And and Elias about to get it started back up here. Boots it to midfield, and it's headed by Abedian. And the forward Maroon throwing. And it's Forrester's ball. Opiola getting ready to send it away. Odeason taken down. He's still on the ground. He's back up, heading down the field. Ryman sends it over to Lick. Abedian sends it back. The Maroons able to keep it in bounds on the far side. And Holquist is taken down. And Dio Odeason is getting ready for the free kick. Oh, he sends it right over everyone up in the front of the goal, and it's Held up by Elias. And Elias sends it far. And it rolls out of bounds. It's going to be Forrester's ball. All right, Forrester's ready to kick it. And he centers it, and it's held up by Aaron Katsampoulos. Katsampoulos rolls it out to Ryman. Ryman over to Lick. Lick sends it ahead to Ko, who boots it far, right to Dio Adeasun. Adeasun looking to take a shot. Bounces out though. Ko wrangles it in. Sends it right to Lick. And Lick sends it high, but it is caught by Taro Elias. Elias getting ready to send it back out to midfield. A high kick, not too far. And the Forrester's trying to get possession as Trossel crosses it, but it gets cleared out of the Forrester's zone. And the Maroons are trying to make something happen. All right, and it's going to be the Maroons' ball on this throw-in. Shot by Lopez goes just wide left of the Forrester's goal. Again, it is tied 2-2 between Lake Forest College Foresters and the University of Chicago Maroons, with just over 33 minutes left to play in the second half. The winner of this round will go on to face off against tonight's matchup between Dominican and Capital tomorrow at 7. And it looks like the ball just rolled out of bounds. It's going to be the Maroons' ball. Lick on the throw in. And out of bounds off of Ko. Katsampoulos to his defenseman. Ryman hits it up to Lick. Lick gets it ahead. Looking for Adeasun. Adeasun going through a crowd of Foresters. Loses his footing, but the Maroons maintain possession of the ball. Lick across to the far side of the field. The Holquist. Holquist back with the ball. Sends it to goal and taken down. It looked like the goalie grabbed onto Lopez and brought him down with him. Nothing called. Surprising based off the first half, but they will play on. It's going to be Maroons' corner kick. It looks like Ko. Ko centers it, headed by Lopez just left of the goal. They're getting their chances, but they're not falling quite yet. Now Taro Elias getting ready to start play back up. And headed by a Maroon, Obedian. And Odeason sends it over to Ko, but it's taken away by Serrano, and a nice slide by Lick to send the ball back into the Forester zone. And off of Ko's foot, so it will be Forester's throw-in. And it looked like they called a foul on Obedian. Lick with the ball. Sends it over to Holquist. Holquist fighting for possession on the far side. Gets taken down. And it will be Maroon's possession. Oh, and a beautiful header by Max Lopez, giving the Maroons a 3-2 lead with 29 minutes and 19 seconds left on the clock. Great header. He had a few of those earlier, and both of them went wide left, but finally one of them gets to fall, and it gives the Maroons the 3-2 lead in this round one matchup of the NCAA Division III Championship. Some and it looks like it was assisted by Dio Adeason. Play started back up. And the ball rolls out of bounds. Forester's ball. Forester's with the throw in. Odeason ahead, but just out of the reach of Ko. Serrano boots it forward, but is cleared out. And it's back in Serrano's possession. Knocks it ahead. Back into his own possession. And Max Lopez comes up with the possession, tosses it over. Some good footwork by Romero. Romero gets it over to Holquist. Into the near side with Scott Lick. Lick to Ko. Ko looking for Lopez. Max looking for a call there, not going to get it. And it's going to be Forester's throw in. Adeason to Lopez. And up to Scott Lick on the near side. Over to Ko. Ko to Holquist. Gets past one guy, but Adeason's taken down. It's a little slow, a little gingerly to get up. Back in play though. Obedian over And Adeason with the shot on goal, just far right. Looking to double the lead. With 26:40 left in the second half. Elias sends it ahead. Foresters knock it into the Maroons zone. And the ref just showed a yellow card to John Capichetti. Their second yellow card on the match. Now Aaron Katzenpaulis hits it ahead. Coe. All right, and Scott Lick is bringing it up the right side. Past a man, up to Max Lopez, who's looking for Dio Adeason. Adeason looks to center it, but it gets booted away. And a shot on goal just wide left by Obedian, Andre Obedian. Elias sends it to midfield. Romero making a couple guys miss. The Maroons trying to get back into Foresters territory. And they will up the far side. Romero and Obedian sends it ahead, looking for Coe. Coe's got it. He's got a man on him, and the ball trickles out of bounds on the goal line, and it will be Maroons' ball, where Matthew Coe will have the corner kick. A couple of guys on the Maroons sideline getting warmed up. Bryce, and Lopez just misses the header. Bryce Millington and Josh Schofield look like they're getting warm on the Maroons sideline. All right, and it's going to be a penalty shot for the Maroons, taken by Max Lopez. All right, and that was Obedian. Andre Obedian with the penalty shot to give the Maroons the 4-2 lead. He went bottom left past Taro Elias. And now we've got Bryce Millington and Josh Schofield coming in for Matthew Coe and Carter Romero. John Capichetti also out for the Foresters. Scott Lick up to Dio Odiasi. Odeason, I'm sorry. Odiasi plays for UIC basketball. All right. Holquist with possession, heading towards the middle. Over to Scott Lick. To Odeason. And it just trickles out of bounds. Throw in by Odeason over to Scott Lick. Lick sends it back to Ryman. Ryman over to Drablo. And the Foresters are really putting the pressure on them. Millington up the field. Sends it to the far side. And centered. Sorry. Crossed over to Odeason. Odeason looking to make something happen. He centers it just over everyone's head. And it will be held inbounds by Holquist, who sends another centering attempt. And a header by Max Lopez just off the right crossbar. Looking for his second goal. So. Both teams fighting for possession on the far side. The Foresters are going to come up with it on this throw-in attempt. Ball skied up in the air. Millington looked to have touched it first. And headed up to Max Lopez, who gets a nice pass up to Dio Odias. Oh! And it was off the crossbar by Dio Odeason, and it looked like it was knocked in by...
Goal by 21. Bryce Millington assisted.
It was knocked in by Bryce Millington. And that was just great positioning. So that gives the University of Chicago Maroons a 5-2 lead over the Lake Forest College Foresters. Ball rolls out of bounds. Max Lopez sends it ahead. Knocked back in by Casey Nam. Travis Wojcik trying to make something happen. Sends it over to Tressel. Millington sends it ahead. Odeason just loses it. Knocked out by the Foresters, so it will be Maroons' possession. Gary Zhao checking in for Max Lopez. Scott Lick sending it in. Maroons bringing it up the far side. Lick up to Odeason. To Obedian. Back up to Odeason. Odeason and Obedian kind of get mixed up there. Sound similar. And it looks like Capitosto is coming out of the game. Foresters sending it back to their goalie. Opiola sends it far ahead. And it rolls out of bounds. And it will be Foresters' possession. Check that. Amar Korik is coming in for the Foresters as the Maroons throw it in. Tommy Tenuta also checking in for the Maroons. Scott Lick on the near side. Just misses his man. Foresters trying to gain possession, but cannot. Clock stoppage by the referee. Now we're back up in play. And Ryman sends it over. Back to Ryman. The Foresters trying to make a push on the far side. Body's just falling over though. And it deflects off of a Foresters player out of bounds. (16) Volgaris is checking in for number 30, Scott Lick. And number 18, Jacob Apiola, is going to take the kick. And it does not get through as it's cleared out by a group of Maroons. Maroons trying to work it on the far side. And Schofield sends it ahead. Apiola. And there's a push off. Ryman sends it ahead. Schofield. Down with the high kick. Gets headed out of bounds. Serrano throws it in. Ryman trying to bring it up the near side. It deflects
You're in trouble in here.
off of Aubert. Adisho sends it over. recovered by the Maroons. Number 7 keeps it from rolling out of bounds, but it ends up out of bounds anyway. And now Gary Wong is checking in. Schofield bringing it up the near side. Loses possession. Rolls out of bounds off of Serrano. It will remain the Maroons' ball. And Tenuta has it on the near side. And keeps it for the Maroons. The Maroons looking to make something happen again. Back up to Tenuta. Loses it. It was taken away by Wojcik. And now, close. Zal gets past his man, but doesn't get enough power on the shot, and it is saved by a defenseman. A couple more substitutions. Number 16, 13, and 9 coming in for the Foresters with 11:47 left in the second half. Maroons currently lead 5-2 over the Foresters. Maroons corner kick, headed by the Foresters. Schofield ahead to Tenuta, back to Schofield. And Holquist. Maroons trying to get it deep. Maintaining possession on the far side. And Holquist. And Schofield with 2 men on him on the near side. Tries to cross it. And the Maroons calling for a handball. And a stoppage. Gary Wong with the free kick. Oh. And headed by Millington right over the goal. Taro Elias looking to get it started back up. With 9:30 left in the second half. Headed by Millington. Wong. Wong going through the center. Sends it over. Ahead to Tenuta. Tenuta trying to get past his man and crosses it just past everyone else. Oh, and Zhao almost gets a point-blank goal, but it goes right over. Both teams go to midfield as Elias sends it. Millington with a doubleheader. And a good burst of speed, and then taken down is Schofield. But it will be Forrester's ball, and Serrano has the throw in. Millington trying to corral it. Far side Maroons. And Tenuta sends it over to Wong. Oh, and Renato Corgi with the long shot that sails far right. Elias. And Ober is taken down by Tenuta, and Tenuta is given a yellow card. Each team with 2 yellow cards now. Serrano to take the check that. Casey Nam sends it over. The Foresters are just trying to get anything going right now, trying to cut into that 3-goal lead held by the Maroons. Headed by 16. Tenuta over to Millington. Millington bringing it up the field. Sends it ahead. Zhao looking for Millington, but it rolls out of bounds, and it will be the Foresters' ball. Serrano tosses the ball out of aggravation, it looks like. And he will be replaced by Tate Rosenhagen, who will throw the ball in for the Foresters. Headed by Trossel. Corralled by the Maroons. Tenuta to Wong. Apologies. Corgi. Pierce looks to center it, but his pass is deflected off of Tate Rosenhagen. So Zachary Pierce going for the corner kick with just over 5 minutes left in the second half. Low kick. Oh, and Gary Zhao with the low shot that just deflects up and over the goal. Now number 15, Kevin Quigg, is checking in for Bryce Millington, and Sid Babu is checking in for John Capichetti. High kick by Forrester. Both teams having trouble settling it down, but finally the Maroons do. Bringing it up the far side. Send it over to Tenuta, but it is too far forward. Now Corgi with it. Isaiah Holquist. The Maroons playing a little keep away before the Foresters take over, sending it forward into the Maroons' territory. And the Maroons bring it up the field. Pass just out of reach, and it's going to roll out of bounds. And a substitution, number 2, Alden O'Connor, is coming in for the Foresters, and he will replace Leo Leto. Foresters throw in. Maroons looking for some more last-minute offense. And great save by Elias. Elias has played a lot better than these 5 goals show. Maroons send it up the near side. Tenuta. Back to Holquist. Two minutes left in the second half. And it rolls out of bounds, Forrester's ball. And Corgi. Tenuta bringing it down down the near side. 1 minute left in regulation. And Pierce centers it. Zhao just over the goalie to give the Maroons the 6-2 lead with 49 seconds left in regulation, and it's looking like it was assisted by Zachary Pierce. So 6-2 for the Maroons in this first round of the NCAA Division III championship. Pierce with a throw-in. And the Foresters with the last-minute surge. Tenuta. And it's knocked out of bounds by the Foresters defender as we wrap this one up.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
6-2 in favor of the University of Chicago Maroons
Chicago wins 6-2.
in this round one of the NCAA Division III Championship. So that means that the Maroons are going to go on to face the winner of our next game between Dominican and Capital. And that game will be played tomorrow at 7 p.m. So, from Stagg Field on the campus of the University of Chicago, this has been round one of the NCAA Division III Championship between the winners, University of Chicago Maroons, with 6 goals against the Lake Forest College Foresters with 2 goals. And we will see you here for the next game starting at 7:30.